Hey, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday night Team Freedom Zoom call. I'm so excited because this is our launch of our monthly call that's called Tips from the Team. So I'm super excited for us to hear from each other and see what's working, not working. Over the next few months, we're not only going to hear business tips, we're going to hear health tips, we're going to hear all kind of tips. And tonight we're specifically going to focus on some business building tips from some of our teammates. And I'm super happy because you never know what you might learn from someone. There's always a nugget, some wisdom you can take away. 4 years in the business, and today I took 3 pages, front and back, notes from a call that one of my friends, Carissa Casey, did. It's probably one of the best power hour calls I've ever been on, and so I cannot wait to share that with y'all. I'm not going to share it tonight, but it's information that we need to know. So I just said that because even after 4 years, I'm still learning things that I don't know and getting stronger and better. And so you never know it all. You're never arrived. We're always growing, learning every single day. So I'm super excited to hear from our teammates. First off, and we're going to hear from Rosemary Berman. And I'm super excited to hear from her. She is a force to be reckoned with. She's a Ruby ambassador. And don't mistake her quiet, calm, collective personality for somebody that's laid back. She may be laid back, but I know her as somebody that's absolutely passionate, determined, motivated, and she inspires me. The first time I met her, I told Tammy, this lady is going places because she's one of these determined people that when they make up their mind and decide something, they're going to do it. I just knew it. So I'm super pumped to hear from Rosemary, Ruby Ambassador from, is it Noblesville? I always get confused because so many people at Sheridan, Noblesville, Carmel, all these places right close together. So take it away, Rosemary, and let's get your tips.
Okay. Thank you for all those kind words. I am not calm and laid back, and my husband will be the first one to tell you that. And some people that I've worked with will probably tell you that as well. I have my moments. The first thing that I'm going to tell everyone is, and anybody that's on my team that's listening, they're probably going to say, oh, here she goes again. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. When we see the testimonies, somebody went emerald in a year, and that it's so exciting, and you think, oh my gosh, that is awesome. But when you're, after a year still silver or barely above, it can be really, really discouraging and really frustrating. There's a saying that comparison is the thief of joy, and it really is. When you start comparing yourself to someone else that's just sailing through, you start feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I don't have what it takes. Look how long it's taking me. And it can get really, really frustrating. What I have always told my team is the only way you can fail is if you quit. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Just keep on going and don't be looking at everyone else. The other thing that as you move up in rank, which I discovered, your market starts to dry up. In the beginning, everybody was interested. You had lots of contacts. It was all very new. And then as you move up and your business grows, all of a sudden everybody's heard it, and you just don't have the contacts that you had or the opportunities. So you have to always be expanding your market. Today, just alone, I think I added 10 people as friends on Facebook. It doesn't mean that you add them and you immediately, message them, hey, so-and-so, just added you as a friend, and have you seen my Plexus post? You have to develop a relationship with them first. But you have to keep growing your network. I will be in the store. Like yesterday, I was in the store and a guy behind me bought one of those Monster energy drinks, and I struck up a conversation with him. I do that all the time with strangers in stores. If I hear someone say, oh, I'm so tired, I'm whipping out a card and a sample, and I'm talking to people. So that's another great opportunity. And then the third thing that I'm going to tell you is what I learned. It's been almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years for me in July. You're going to have peaks and valleys. There is a lot of up and there is a lot of down in this business. And when it's up, oh my gosh, you're excited and you're raring to go and you can't wait to get out and start messaging people. And when it's down, you're, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I haven't signed anyone for a while. I don't have any new customers. My PV's dropping. I can't do this. So the biggest thing I've learned is there's ups and downs. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just the nature of the business. So when your business is going like this, you have to be like this. Doesn't matter whether you're high or whether you're low, you stay the same. You do your IPA, you be consistent, you post on Facebook, and you're maybe in a valley, but pretty soon you're going to be on a mountaintop again. So those are my recommendations and things that I've tried to do and teach my team.
Awesome, Rosemary. Thank you. And I meant to tell everybody to grab a notebook so you can write these down and go back and look at what everybody says. And awesome tips. And I appreciate that. You are so right. Everything you said was spot on. Okay, second, we're going to hear from Rhonda McCoy. Rhonda's my dear friend from Iowa. If anybody new is joining us tonight, Rhonda told me no for 2 years before she decided that she was going to join me on this Plexus journey. She told me, and so don't give up on people. Just keep, and that's a whole nother Zoom call. So, but I'm excited to hear from Rhonda. She's from Iowa. She's got 3 little girls, happily married to a wonderful hubby, and I'm just excited to hear her tips tonight. So go ahead, Rhonda.
Well, thank you so much. And yes, I did say no for 2 years. And I'm glad that you brought that up, David, because one of the first things I just wanted to share as just a tip is a little bit of what Rosemary just touched on when she was talking about building their relationships with people. That was my first point. I think it is so very important that we really work on building relationships with everyone around. What the thing for me helps me get out of my bed. So it literally got into developing relationships with people. Not that I didn't want to before, but I just didn't know how or just didn't have the right avenue. And this has helped me do that. And I think that that's so important as we are trying to share our products with people, is that we do have a relationship with them first. And it doesn't have to be a long relationship. There are some people that I became Facebook friends with just a few months ago that, just recently signed up. And it's because we just kind of developed a friendship, a relationship on Facebook. And when it came time for them to buy, they knew a lot of people, but they chose, to say, hey, message me. And we went there. And that one of the things about building the relationship, if you have something in your heart that you support someone as you are building that relationship, because that's kind of how Datha and I were. We really didn't know each other that well. We were Facebook friends, but she saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself. I said no. I said, I'm not interested in the business. I'm not interested in going to Maui. I'm not interested in the cars and the parties and all that. But she kept telling me, I see this in you, and I think that you would be really good at this, and I think that your family would benefit from the products, and I think this is something that God maybe has placed in your life. And eventually, when it was time for me to go, okay, I'm going to do this, who did I sign up under? Datha. Because she built belief in me before I even took the product. So it's so important as you're doing the relationships and building the relationships to really just put yourself out there and be authentic with people. And that's the next thing. Just be authentic. As you're sharing your story, even if you don't feel like it's a big story or you have a great health testimony, think about something 10, 20, 30 years ago, obstacles that you have overcome and things that you have come through and been through, and then compare that to where you are today. So it doesn't have to be a testimony that happened in the last 6 months. Who you are today compared to maybe who you were 15 years ago, but just get that out in the open. Share with people, be vulnerable, because people want that. They're going to identify with you more. And then the third thing is, like Rosemary said, we have peaks and valleys. And my suggestion is just when you're in the valley, because you will at some point, watch training videos and watch diamond documentaries. And I will put a link to that in the chat when I'm done talking, because I'm telling you, it will build your belief again when you're in that valley.
Thank you. Yeah, I was on mute. Yeah, that's me. I was just saying that Rhonda was exactly right. Everything she said was spot on. If you spot something in someone, authentically tell them. I mean, tell them. And it may take a while, but just build that relationship slowly. This isn't a quick fix business. It's a relationship built business. So thank you, Rhonda, for sharing your heart. That was beautiful. Okay, next, is Christy Crail ready? Is she on here? Because I know she said that she was going to be running late. Super excited to hear from Christy Crail. I remember the first time I met her. She's one of my cousin Tammy's best friends. They've known each other forever. And Christy lives in Sheridan, Indiana. So if you think you can't make it in a little bitty town, there's too many ambassadors. They're proving that wrong. They're in Sheridan. She's a senior gold ambassador, wife, mom, and Busy Plex ambassador. So I'm anxious to hear from you, Christy. Go ahead.
Thank you, Datha, for a sweet introduction. I appreciate that. My number one tip is to pray. I know sometimes it gets overlooked. We get so busy and focused on, well, we need to do this, we need to do that. But just stop and pray first thing in the morning. Even if it's 5 minutes, give your day to God and give your business to God. And I think that if you are faithful with that one small task, God will bless you. And I feel very strongly about that. So anyway, and then my other tip is self-development. I believe that I wouldn't be as far as I am if I hadn't done a lot of the book studies that my upline suggested. I'm not a reader, but I'm becoming a reader. And I look for opportunities, and I just, how do I put it? I devour self-development books because it really helps you. It changes your mindset, your perspective. It makes you a better person. And if you aren't a reader, go to YouTube. There are lots of videos on YouTube that you can listen to. If you need suggestions, I can drop them in the link like tomorrow after Datha posts the recording of this Zoom call. And then my third tip is, if you don't have a great support system, find 3 friends that will unconditionally and to support you. They don't have to be plexus people. They can be just people that, you know, your aunt, your uncle, your cousins, a friend. Just find 3 people that will just support you no matter what on this journey, because you're going to have highs and lows, and you're going to want to have that confidence or knowing that regardless of what you do, your people have your back. They're going to be there. They're going to be your cheerleaders all along. And I recommend not asking your upline to be your support, because she already believes in you. He or she already believes in you. So anyway, try to find at least 1 to 3 people to support you. And then my last tip is belief. If you don't have belief, you are going to struggle. And to find that belief, you are going to have to listen to a lot of videos, talk to people. And sometimes to build that belief, what I've done, like in the very beginning, I'm real skeptical, wasn't, I'm like, are these products going to work? Is this business going to work? I just let go of my apprehensions, and I just let God guide me. Kind of like going back to prayer, that's going to build your belief. And if God put it in your heart, he's going to make a provision. He's going to provide you a way to make your dream come true, whether it is financial freedom, to health and wellness, whatever God puts on your heart, he's going to bless you. So anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you, Christy. And I knew Christy from the beginning. And to see her speak on a Zoom call, when she talks about personal development, she is speaking from a place where she knows. She knows it works. I don't know if she was like Tammy. Tammy like never read a book, never did any personal development, and so I don't know if she was that bad or not. But I know that she is poured into personal development, and that's what's gotten her to Senior Gold. So thank you, Christy, for sharing. Super, always excited and just grateful to introduce my cousin Tammy. Y'all all know her. She's my BFF, partner in crime, half sister, cousin. It's all crazy, I know, and I'm always excited to hear what she has to say. Talk about somebody that I have watched become this fabulous leader. Okay, go ahead and just be prepared because it's happening. When Tammy hits Emerald, you won't be able to see me because I'll be just laying on the floor somewhere crying. It's just going to happen. I mean, okay, I'll have to shut up. Tammy, take it away.
She'll be in the floor in Alabama. I'll be on the floor here in Sheridan, Indiana. So. Thank you, Datha. I could go on for a very long time and leave you tons and tons of tips because I've learned so much in the last almost 4 years. But because of time, and you all don't want to hear me for hours, I narrowed this down within just the last probably 30 minutes to 2 top tips, and that was very difficult. But I'm going to leave you the worst, okay, and the best. So I come up with the worst thing you can do in your Plexus business and the best thing you can do in your Plexus business. Are you ready? Okay. The worst, we're going to get the bad over with first. The worst is to expect instant success. And what I mean by that is, we all know and love our products, right? We would not be here. We would not be working a business. We would not be on the Zoom call if we had not fallen in love with Plexus products and what they're doing for our health, our family, our friends, you name it. With that being said, we tell our customers, don't we, that you cannot expect changes overnight, right? You can't expect huge changes in 1 week, in 1 month. Goodness, it took me 46 years to get 49 years. Sorry, Datha. 40, our birthdays are 2 days apart, and we're going to be 50 in a couple months. Woo! But anyway, that's another call. But I really, we tell our customers that. We tell them you cannot expect overnight results, right? So for some reason, we're real good at that. But when it comes to the business side, we think that we have to have instant success a lot of times. So if you've been in the business a day, a month, a week, a year, 4 years, 5 years, it doesn't matter how long. You have to have the mindset of not expecting instant results with the business. You have to adopt the mindset that I'm in this for the long haul. And it doesn't matter how long it takes me to get to gold, to ruby, to emerald. Doesn't matter what the rank is either. You have to adopt that mindset from day one that you're in it, you're committed, just like you are with drinking your water, being consistent with your products. You're committed to do whatever you have to do to have success, but it's not going to happen overnight. I don't know anybody that got to diamond in 1 week. I don't know of anybody that got to senior gold in 1 month. Maybe a few people, because I think you can fast start senior gold. So there's probably a handful of people, but not very many. So we're in such a fast food society. We know that. Instapot is called Instapot. How many of y'all have one of those? I don't have an Instapot, not that I don't want one, but our business is not an Instapot. We are not instant oatmeal, you guys. You cannot expect that overnight you're supposed to be success. There are things to do. There's things to learn. You've got to grow. You've got to get into personal development. You've got to consistently do your IPA. Is the success going to come? Absolutely. It can be. We all can be a diamond. There's not one person on this call that doesn't have it within them to be a diamond. Or to be a jewel, whatever it is, but you can't expect to be there overnight. So don't get discouraged. Don't get upset when it doesn't happen and you think, well, I did this and I did that and I'm still not there. What in the world's going on? Don't allow that to happen, okay? Yes, you're going to have the ups and downs, like Rosemary said. All that's part of it. But get that mentality from day one that you're in this regardless of how long it takes and what happens or how many ups and downs you may have. So that's pretty much my worst thing that you can do is to expect instant success. The best thing that you can do, and I'm bringing this up because I feel like this is the month. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can do that are going to help you with this business. But right now, where we're at right now as a company and where we're at right now with what corporate has given us this month, and that is getting your people or yourself to silver. There's a lot of things you could be doing right now, but the most important thing this month is to get yourself. If you're not a silver ambassador yet, maybe you just joined this week, maybe you joined last month, maybe you've been in this for a year. If you're not silver, this is your month to be silver. Why? Why this month versus June, July, August, September? Why do you think? We have a $9.99 joining fee, you guys. That is an enormous savings. I don't know the last time that corporate did that, and who knows the next time they're going to do that. With Joyome right now, just handed to us, 2 weeks ago, and with a $9.99 joining fee, this is the month. There is no better month to go silver than right now. So here's the good news. You have 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks left. So here's what I want you to do. If you're a silver or you have anyone in your downline that needs to go silver, contact them ASAP, like tonight. Contact them tonight, first thing in the morning. ASAP, contact them. Hey, Susie, you're not silver yet. I want so bad for you to go silver between now and the end of this month. Girl, we can do this. Encourage her, him, encourage them. Tell them this is their month. Why wait? This is the time. You've got enough time in the month left to do this, and help them. Help them come up with a list. Who's the 3 people they're going to go after? Have them write it down. It's Margaret, it's Kathy, and it's Sherry. I'm going after these 3 people. And then don't drop the ball right there. Then go back to that person, whoever's trying to go silver, within 24 hours. Hey, did you contact those 3 people? Did you say, hey, I want to do this with you? That's how you do this. That's how you help somebody go silver, okay? You don't say, hey, you need to go silver this month. Let me know when it happens and I'll put your big announcement out on the page. Good luck. No, 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 no. You as their sponsor need to help that person go silver, and that's how you do it, okay? So that's my worst and my best tip for this month, and I'm believing in all of you guys, and I just think we're going to end. I really do think that May is going to be one of the best out of the whole year. I think we'll look back in December, and we're going to say, wow, was May not incredible? So go make it happen.
Thank you, Tammy. I could not agree more. Could not agree more. Fabulous information. And it's in my notes about going silver this month. Now, our last speaker, she's having some difficulty getting on. So do you see Chelsea on here, Tammy?
I do not see Chelsea on here.
Chelsea. Okay. Well, luckily, I have 3 pages of notes. But I won't tell you the whole 3 pages of notes. I will say that to follow up on what everybody has said, we should have a couple objectives right now as a team. And if y'all want to write these down, these are the objectives that we want. It's super easy. It's very streamlined. It's a lot of what has already been covered. But I want to say number 1, We need, and this is some things that I learned today on Carissa Casey's video. We need to be getting Joyome into as many people's hands as we can over the next few weeks. Why? Because when it becomes available to customers, we want people clamoring for it. We want as many results as we can get. We want wrinkles, lines, crow's feet, brown spots, pores, acne. We want all these. Well, where are these results coming from, y'all? It's coming from people that are now using the product. So that's why we want to be getting Joyome into as many hands as we can. It's okay to go to your white lines or maybe your ambassadors that are not as active, ones that you don't see on your team pages, and say something like, girl, I don't know if you've seen, or boy, David, boy, dude, I don't know if you've seen all the excitement around our new product, but I have to keep you in the know. That verbiage is super, super important because you want to let your, and I'm talking about inactive or not engaged ambassadors, because that's the only people that can get the product right now. You want to let them know that you are watching out for them. You care about them. We do. We do care about our people. That's why you have to tell them. So that verbiage is really important. Girl, or dude, I really want to keep you in the know. So listen to what I'm hearing already. I'm hearing these insane results already. And on top of that, and this is even more important, y'all, prime them up, pump them up, let them know. On top of that, we're going to have a new product release in June. I want to keep you in the know and keep you on my list. Is it okay if I contact you back in June to let you know? Nobody's going to say no to that. Would you like to not be on a list of something new? Keep me on a list. Don't take me off. So that's one. It's super important that we contact everybody. So customers are clamoring for it June 7th. And then the second objective is exactly what Tammy just talked about. Now is the time. Your ambassadors that are not silver, or if you're not silver yet, now is the time. Contact your friends and family and tell them now's the perfect time to do this with you. Why? Because one, it's $9.99. Two, you can get your hands on a new product. You know, if they join for $9.99, they can order the Joyome in the welcome pack. I had a girl do it today. Super excited. Somebody I've talked about Plexus with for 6 months, and she wasn't interested at all in her guts, but she's real interested in this. So that's the two objectives for the team this month. I have so much information that Carissa Casey gave me today. I'm going to try to get it out in a video here in the next day or so. Let me just throw this out there. Who still has samples left from the VIP pack? Something Carissa said, we need to make sure that we are getting these samples into hand-picked, cream of the crop dream teamers. It may not be the best idea to just post on Facebook, hey, I have 10 samples, who wants a free sample? Because probably you're just going to get a bunch of people coming out of the woodwork that just want free samples. You know, everybody wants a free sample. So I would say the best way to get rid of those samples is to hand pick 10 dream teamers and contact them individually, private message them, email, text, however you do that, and let them know. This is what Carissa, and I didn't know this. This is what Carissa said to do. She said to send them an email, text message and just say, hey girl, what's your address? Or hey dude, what's your address? She said she has never had someone tell her no. I've never done that before, but I'm going to try because it sounds pretty exciting. And she says if you don't feel comfortable just saying, hey girl, where's your address? Could I have your address? You could say, hey girl, or hey dude, if I send you a natural skincare sample, would you be willing to try it and give me your honest feedback? And she said the goal is not to give them the information when they accept the sample. And this is brilliant right here, y'all. The goal is to let them give you their address. And when you send them a sample, to write on a note card why you think that they would be either great at the business or love the sample or love what you do. She said you want to get a handwritten note in their hand with the sample. It's not necessarily important, she said, do that over Facebook Messenger, but you just want their address. So, hey, Rhonda McCoy, if I share a natural skincare sample, if I send you one, would you be willing to try it and give me your honest feedback? She probably would have said yes, just because she's a super nice person. And so when she said yes, and I'd say, well, shoot me your address, then I would write, hey, Rhonda, I'm sending you this sample of skincare because it is awesome. I love it. I've been using it a week, and this is what it's done for me. But besides that, I honestly think you would love what I do. You have the personality for it. I've seen your heart for people. Would you consider talking to me more about it after you use the sample and just give me your feedback? So y'all, I don't know your potentials. So there's no way I can formulate a message for your potential, but you know your potentials. You know if they are in need of income, if they're in need of better help, or if they don't need either and would like to be a part of the team. So you'll have to tweak this message for them. But I would just really, really wanted to go ahead and get that out tonight, that just don't randomly give your samples. They're too precious because we cannot buy them, y'all. The only way that you can get them is to order another VIP pack. And that would be $150 plus tax and shipping. So I had done that. And Rhonda, and y'all know, a lot of y'all know I have trouble with verbiage. I had been doing that because I've only gave 3 away. I've been holding them close to my heart. And the first person I gave it to, she joined today. Boom. And the second person I gave 2 to is my hairdresser that has the biggest network of anybody that I know. So I'm being very stingy with them. I'm not just going to throw out samples. So I just wanted to make sure I got that out to you. Carissa also gave me, and I'm not going to go into it right now, we'll be way over in time, but she gave me 3 different non-sample approaches. If you don't have any samples, she gave me 3 different messages that you can send to people concerning Joyome. Let's see. Okay. But I wanted to get that out to you guys. I will make a video and give you more information on the 3 non-sample approaches, but I wanted to make sure y'all are not just giving those samples away to people that just lack a lot of samples. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. I think we learned a lot. Thank you so much to our speakers. We'll be doing this again next month. So if you think you have something to share, just message me and I'll put you on the schedule for next month. I'm not opposed to calling people out if I think it will help them grow, for them to speak for a few minutes on a team call. This is a real non-threatening thing to do, to speak to your people that already love you. So I'm going to be asking some people to step out of their comfort zone. Let's really, really try to make the most of this opportunity we have right now with a new product launch. It's like a brand new market, and I'm super, and y'all can tell I'm glowing. I cannot wait to share my results. I'm gonna probably wait till 2 weeks and maybe even 30 days because I want some really powerful before and afters, because I have really, really bad skin, and I want to give it at least 30 days to work. Well, y'all have a great night, and I'll have the recording up as soon as possible. And as always, go Plexus. Thanks, guys.